Hi everybody, this is Joe. I'm here to do a video on narcissistic personality disorder. And in this video, I'm going to be talking about something that's very common that a lot of people had dealt with the narcissist, as far as them coming at you with their attacks or so, their verbal attacks and their abuse or so. And this video going to be about how to avoid the verbal attacks and the abuse of the narcissist. And whenever you are dealing with a narcissist, so a lot of times what happens is that you get this inferior feeling, towards the narcissist. Whenever you find yourself in a situation, you feel like you're walking on eggshells or so, because what happens is that when you start to argue with the narcissist, or y'all start to dispute whatever, there are times where the arguments turn out, they turn out as just arguments or so. The arguments, they kind of feel like average argument you would have with someone or whatever. Sometimes the arguments or whatever, or the fights or whatever, and I don't really mean fights as far as physical or whatever, just, verbal fights or whatever, going back and forth about disagreeing with a lot of things and stuff. Sometimes it feel like, that you can't never get your point across to the narcissist, or you start to get a little sense or whatever, little insight on the things that the narcissist say to you, where they getting at and all that type of stuff or whatever. And you have some of them days or some of them nights or whatever that what comes next that you never had prepared for or so. You have some times where you end up disputing with the narcissist, or you end up arguing or whatever, going back and forth with the narcissist. And sometimes the fights get so much out of hand, get out of control, whatever, where the narcissist end up latching out on you and start to say things to you or insult you in ways, that could come off so overwhelming to you or so. And these are attacking words, that come and attack you in ways where, you will find yourself traumatized over what the narcissist said to you in this overwhelming unbelief or so. And they could do more things of attacking you, where they probably will insult you, physically, or something that you shared with them, they twist it up on you or so. Or they could end up, putting you down or whatever, and what goes on in your head or so, you overwhelmed that this narcissist came at you because you had never thought that they even, thought this way about you, or even think these things about you or so. And sometimes what happened, it could make you go so much out your box, depending on what type of argument you had with the narcissist, whatever. It could trigger off anger in you, where you just black out on the narcissist or so, and give them everything you got, whatever. And then what happened, the narcissist switch up or switch over and start to play this victim, and start to say you abusing them, or start shedding tears, or start to, just play as this victim, like they this little field mouse in a corner that's so helpless or whatever. And by this time, you so shocked and overwhelmed on what they had said to you, and what ended up happening is that you can't seem to have the narcissist to come to any realization on what they had said to you or what they had done, as if they just switch into another personality on you or so, trying to make you feel that you was wrong for what you done when they came and attacked you or so. In a lot of sense, and said something that's probably deeply shocking or whatever to you or whatever. And you end up wondering to yourself, all the stuff that you had shared with the narcissist and all the stuff that you had dealt with the narcissist, where they end up turning on you or whatever verbally, coming with all these verbal attacks on you or so. And people, this right here, this is actually verbal abuse, and this is the worst. This is really the worst abuse you could ever go through with a narcissist, is this verbal abuse or whatever. And most of the time, the narcissists, they not sincere about this stuff or whatever, things that they say or anything like that. Most of the time, they may come off sincere because they feel like they losing a narcissistic supply or potential narcissistic supply or whatever, because they seeing you shutting down from them, from what they had said or whatever. And no matter how much they apologize to you or say they sorry or whatever, deep down that you feel like it's not really sincere, because the simple fact, if they said it, 9 out of 10, that's how they was feeling all along. And so if they haven't, then where it came from. It's a usual saying that they say that, when someone upset or so, they really say what they mean or whatever. Or when they say, a drunk mind speak a sober mind or so. You could really consider this the situation with the narcissist or so. And what happened to you is that, the thing, wherever they had said to you or whatever way they, whatever way they insult you on, the thought, the either the sound of their voice or the words they say just constantly repeat over and over and over again in your head or so, giving you the feeling where you can't even concentrate if you at work or whatever you're doing. You can't get into what you're doing or whatever. It's a thing that happened where it attacked your pride or so. And the pride I'm talking about, this is a good pride that you have, just attack your pride, and just attack your self-esteem or so, and making it hard for you to even come back to the person who you were, that good spirit, that happy spirit that you had before or whatever about yourself, whatever, because of the words that the narcissist has said or whatever. And you can't seem to get anyone to understand this abuse that you had went through when you tried to vent to someone or talk to someone about it or so, or whatever. And, sometimes the narcissist will make you feel that you're being sensitive of what they said to you is no big deal, or they always come back at you, trying to make you feel, you're the one is the cause of them going off like that. And I'm here in this video to let you know that you are not sensitive or so. They said it the way they said it, and they mean it the way they mean it. So don't doubt your perception on this. You got confirmation in this video. That's the way it really came out. It's just what you're dealing with or whatever, or had deal with, the narcissist, the narcissist just being insensitive or inconsiderate about it, and they won't own up to their responsibility on their own actions or whatever, because the narcissists don't care. They actually don't care how you feel or how how you took it, whatever, because all along the narcissist has been thinking this or so or whatever. So if there's someone out there that that's going through this, or or if this is happening to you or so, or if you went through something like this or whatever, this is something. Don't allow anyone to make you think that this is something light. This is something serious. This is a real horrible abuse or so that you have went through, or that's happening to you or whatever. And that sometimes what happened is that when they do this type of, I call these these more of a narcissistic severe attacks, and sometimes these type of attacks happen every once in a while. They come unexpected, they come unpredictable, whatever. It's like almost you dealing with another side of them that latch out on you, that's so overwhelming or so that it traumatizes you in a way, and this right here could affect you, in a way where you you traumatized by it, and sometimes it feel like it's a permanent break, of you broken permanently from this, from what the narcissist has said, and you go back and looking for closure from the narcissist, and no matter what they try to tell you, it's not real, or it's not sincere. So that's why this stay on your mind, what the narcissist had said to you, or they may did some action to you or whatever. But sometimes it's not really verbal, and the level when I'm talking about or whatever, it's more verbal. And then when I say abuse, it's more the abuse on their action. They may have done something. Or whatever, in a situation that you haven't liked, that could have traumatized you, because you would never know that they are capable of doing that to you or whatever, out of all the things that you feel like the narcissist was sincere about or whatever. So it kind of have you looking at them, in another format, putting you in another state of mind towards the narcissist. But at the same time, the trauma that you are going through, and the trauma that you have went through, had weakened you to the narcissist, where you seem like you can't find no strength outside the narcissist, or you try to get validation on the narcissist on what caused them their action towards you, and you don't really get no clear validation on the narcissist. And even if they try to give you validation, or whatever way if they try to manipulate you, or they try to give you validation on it, when most of the time they never do, it don't feel sincere. It don't take that away from what happened. It could be anger, it could be the rage, it could be the pain, or whatever. It don't go away, because if you're dealing with a narcissist, or so, if there's anyone out there that this had happened to, and you feel like what they had said or what they had done to you is not gone, it's because you're dealing with a person, that's really out to get you. And the reason why this feeling is like that, and I'm here to clear something up, is that this person is your enemy. This is your enemy right here. And this person, they not your friend. This is not your friend, no matter how much y'all probably had the little good times and y'all share all this stuff or whatever. Because if that was the case, then where this other side, this dark side of the narcissist, this black heart person of the narcissist, where this side came from, So this person just came out the shadows, out of the shadows on you, this Jekyll and Hyde type person, and just lashed out on you, out of nowhere or so. Even when you saw the argument coming, but it's just the attack just caught you by surprise or so. So you go on, you try to talk to other people, and other people will kind of make you feel bizarre or crazy about it, whatever. And I'm here in this video to let you know that you are not crazy. A lot of these people don't understand the abuse that you went through. You have some people who don't know what narcissistic abuse is. And there's a lot of people, there's many people I talk to or whatever. There's people who took, who went to school, and got an education under their belt, as far as, if any type of degree. It could be where it's criminal justice. It could be degree where the degree of therapy and all them different schoolings and stuff and whatever. And even though they probably had study on narcissistic whatever, sometimes they get the idea of a narcissist as this psychopath, or as this killer, this serial killer or so, or this Charlie Manson type person, even though you can consider Charlie Manson as a narcissist or so. But these type of narcissists are emotional killers. You can more speak on, they identity killers. They kill your identity. They sanity killers or so. And that's what a person, that's what people seem to not understand, what type of abuse that you are going through. They not physically killing you, or may not physically, abusing you or so in some cases or whatever, but the abuse is so traumatized or whatever, and this could cause serious things, people or whatever. You have some people who go through this or whatever, and this happened to them, and some people cannot handle the feeling or whatever dealing with the narcissist, where this could put you in a lot of depression or make you, lose your identity and your sanity, that where you just out of your mind beyond knowing who you are and who you were, where you don't have no type of guidance within yourself or anything to ground yourself on, where you just brainwash and you just leech on to whatever belief that you can or whatever, especially if it's someone who weaken you. And what I mean by that, you can end up going to the narcissist for answer, and that narcissist be strength, which that narcissist are they gonna do is just tear you down, or you just start to go to a lot of people who don't have good input on narcissistic abuse, and you just going by all this negative advice from other people or so. And this could cause you to, this cause some people, whatever, where they end up in some type of mental home or a mental house or whatever, and even could cause some people have suicidal thoughts or come to suicide. And then so people, this is very serious or whatever. So if anyone try to, consider this just because, they say that, the old saying of, sticks and stones, may break my bones, but words would never hurt me or whatever. In this case, the words are the attack. The words are the abuse. The words is the one that beats you down. And so when you in this case with the narcissist. And so in this video, I'm gonna try to help you, and maybe this will help you to understand this on what's happening to you, how to really to protect yourself, to avoid and to prevent yourself from all this type of abuse and from this narcissist and the trauma that you had went through or whatever. And right now, to some people who probably had this happen to them or whatever, who went through this, the trauma, the trauma right now, what happened, the trauma probably had weaken you from your strength, where you can't seem to find any type of strength to stand up to this narcissist, or any type of strength to defend yourself. And even if you try to defend yourself, it seems to be where the narcissist seems to get the best of you. And I don't mean that by getting the best of you where they feel like they walking off with victory wherever, but what I mean by getting the best of you where anything they say or anything they do, you feel like you feel vulnerable, where you don't feel like you know how to protect yourself. Everything that the narcissist does to you is extremely effective on you or so or whatever. And I could pretty much understand that or so. And maybe this video will help you or whatever. And the first thing is I'm here to let you know this whatever to some of the people that went through this or had that happen to them. And you notice I'd say that in this video what it's about as far as to avoid the verbal abuse, and attacks, and to prevent. And that being said, the reason why I say that is because when the narcissists get like this, and people, I'm here to let you know in this video, whenever the narcissists get into this rage, you are dealing with a person. They operate from a totally different side of themselves, and they could come off very, very, I want to use the word, it seems to be where they immortal. It's because the narcissists at this time don't feel any type of pain, and this could be something. It could be beyond a understanding of how this narcissist, what state of mind this narcissist is actually in when they in this attack to you. So the reason why I'm saying this is that when they get like this, it's more of you could throw darts at them, you could shoot bullets at them or so. And I don't mean this literally, You could do whatever to this narcissist. Nothing will be effective on this narcissist. So basically what I'm trying to say, your best defense is to protect and to prevent, because if you try to attack the narcissist during this phase, and I'm here to let you know, people, that when the narcissists get to this phase right here, they are operating from a totally different, psychopath side of them or so. This is the verbal murder side of them. It's more like dealing with a serial killer or so. And the state of mind of a psychopath or a serial killer are in when they actually murder someone or so. If you could understand what state of mind that this person is operating from, first off, to pick up a murder weapon, or even if they use their hands, and if they commit any type of murder towards someone, or to kill someone physically, we if you could understand this, and if you could wrap your mind around what state of mind that a psychopath person or a killer mind is, the state of mind they are in, then you will actually understand what you are up against. To deal with someone, they don't have anything to lose or so, that they are willing to take whatever consequences that come after this without even thinking on the consequences, what could come to them, doing so or doing this, as far as a psychopath or someone like that, or as far as someone who cuckoo or psycho in the mind. And so you will understand what you are up against, and how dangerous this person could be, or whatever. Or so this is the same psychological thing dealing with the narcissist when they get to this verbal attack or this abuse towards you. This the state of mind they are in. And although they may not, and I'm talking about as far as psychological, I'm not talking about as far as physical, even though it can lead to physical abuse, but this more on a psychological, more on a mental type phase. This is the same state of mind that this narcissist is in. So as far as you trying to get back at them, there's really no tactic that could really work. You may come out of rage on them, and there's another side of you may come out and may overwhelm to attack the narcissist, but at the same time, when it's all done and over with, that overwhelm and that trauma will come back on you and attack you as far as what they have said. And trust me, people, I could understand this because I've been through this, and I've noticed, and I know several people that this had happened to or whatever or so. And all that being said, so that's just to clear up, to let you know that if you try to find a defense at this time, when the event is happening where you're being attacked, it's going to be hard to find a defense because the state of mind they are in or so. You're dealing with a whole totally different side of this person, a totally different side of them. It's the enemy is awakening them, attacking you. I mean, it's like almost this black-hearted, I want to say there's this evil enemy you're dealing with, So that's what you are dealing with. So all that being said, so to prevent this and to avoid this is to put this in mind. Always keep this in mind, that this person is not your friend. And if you are living with a narcissist, so you are sleeping with the enemy. And you can actually say this to yourself in the back of your head or in the back of your mind, that this person is out to get you. Don't ever make the narcissist allow you to believe that they are not out to get you. They really are. These people will tear you down. These people will put you down. They don't usually build you up or so. And sometimes they may come off in all the illusion, or they built you up or flatter you or whatever. Don't build any foundation off it. At the end of it all, it always end out bad or so. Maybe like with the three different phases of the narcissist or whatever, like the saying I always usually say, the positive saying or whatever, where it don't matter how it start, it matter how it end. And we all know when we deal with a narcissist, we all know how it start. and we most definitely know how it ends. So always keep that in mind and write that in black and white, and let that be a reminder to you when you're dealing with a narcissist or so. So once you are aware of that about the narcissist, you will come to a state of mind that this person is your enemy or so. So you have the attitude that you will expect the worst out this person. Sometimes, you would think to yourself, it's a horrible feeling to know what the narcissist is really thinking of you, but you will expect the worst out this person. And you may have a different state of mind. You may come to reality where you probably want to get away from this person. Like, I need to get away from this person because I know the next time they will do something, I know it will be bad. Remember, people, just like that psychopath murderer, that killer, this is what the narcissist is doing mentally and psychologically to you. This the way they are doing their murder towards you or so. So that's what you are dealing with or so. And as far as the trauma that had happened to you, or someone dealing with the trauma or anything, to kind of ease your mind or not to just fuel any more gasoline into your trauma that you're already going through it. So if you're out there and if you are talking to anyone about this, or you try to, emotionally vent to someone, whatever, if you start to notice that this person start to take up for the narcissist, or they start to speak up on the narcissist side, or trying to make you feel foolish of your action or so, or they more speaking up on, negative input, or giving you advice on, they kind of using your emotion, your trauma against you, or trying to make you feel foolish, or trying to make you feel like you this weak person or so because of what you went through or whatever, and telling you don't know how to handle people or handle situations, or they kind of putting this narcissist on a righteous pedestal as far as what they had done to you or whatever, they had this right to do it, or things, if anyone out there know what I'm getting at, they know exactly what I mean. And so if you start to notice you talking to anyone like this could be a friend, or it could be a spouse, so you're probably dealing with a narcissistic, friend or so, or whatever. But if you're dealing with a narcissist, whether it's a spouse or whether it's a friend or whatever, you're talking to someone, and vent to someone like this or whatever, that come off like this, whether it's a family member or a friend or so, like I said before, whatever, get away from these people. Don't. What you want to do, you right now at this time, you do not need anything or anyone to fuel your trauma or to weaken you, in your trauma situation. Because right now, what happened, if you are going through this, if this is happening to you, if you went through anything, trauma or whatever, you need to rearrange your sanity back to where we're at, to gain your self-strength, your self-identity, and to burn out them emotions that got stirred up in you. You don't need to talk to anyone who making you feel even crazier about yourself, or try to make you, come off to you in a lot of ways that you emotionally weak. I'm here in this video to let you know that you are not weak. You're not a weak person because this happened or whatever. What happened, the case on what happened is that the narcissist may have said things to traumatize you, to weaken you from your strength, but you are not a weak person as far as, anyone coming off to you just trying to just say that you just weak, period, all the way around. Just, as far as you feel like your personality, your character is being attacked as far as you just a weak person. You are not weak. If anything that happened, the narcissist had manipulated you and may have weakened you from your strength, but you still have the strength in you to get past this. It's just you need support. You need someone to lift you and support you or whatever. So these people, they not coming off to you supportive, and a lot of stuff that they are saying to you not therapeutic. Don't take no advice from these people, because right now what happened at your time is the way where your mindset at now. You're gonna absorb. You at your down at your most down moment right now, and any advice you're going to take or any support, you need something that's going to lift you, something, a truth or something that's going to lift you up, not anything where it feel like they talking up to the narcissist to make this narcissist in your mind appear superior over you, putting you in an inferior feeling. So get away from these people or so. And another thing to prevent this trauma thing, not the trauma, I'm sorry about that, to prevent this thing with the narcissist or whatever, is to really start observing, not absorbing. Once you start to observe the narcissist and really see the narcissist for who they are or so, always remember this: the narcissist don't have your best interest in heart. The narcissist, they very prideful. So that being said, you could count on you. Anyone could say there's a paranoid mind or make you feel like you walking on eggshells or so. You can really count on the narcissist will latch out on you any given moment. Just you don't know when it's going to happen, how it's going to happen, or where it's going to happen. But it's going to happen again. So that being said, you could get out this situation while you can. You could get out of this or whatever, because like I said, when this happened again, most of the time, and each time it get worse and worse and worse. And if you try to find a solution to when they attack you like this again, most of the time it don't seem like it'd be a solution for it. You could defend yourself, but it's just a verbal attack. They attack your mind or so in a lot of ways where it traumatizes you. That's the part that's very mysterious, because when they get to this side, when they go to this other side of them that is unknown to you, that's the mysterious part. And this is what I'm trying to get everybody to see or so. So if you're sticking around trying to fight a battle that you feel feel like you have to win, I'm just awakening the mind that when they get to this side, the mysterious side, and they don't feel no pain when they in the on this side. As far as you're human. These people really, in a lot of ways, they really not human or so. And they treat other people like they're not human beings, where people don't have no emotion. They're not entitled to their emotions, and they come off, in a way where you just this robot to them or so, or whatever. So avoid this type of stuff by, if you have to go no contact or get out this situation with this narcissist, do so or whatever. And I may be making videos on as far as getting over the trauma or getting over the abuse of the narcissist or so. But in a lot of cases, whatever, when they get like this or whatever, people just beware and just look out or whatever. And just always remember that the narcissist thinking all types of horrible things about you or so. And as harsh it may sound, whatever, this is the real reality of these people. So now that now that's known and that's being said, it's like you could just expect the worst from these people or so. So hopefully this video didn't help someone out or whatever. I'll try to just cover whatever I can, and I know there's a lot more I could have covered on this or whatever, but I was trying to keep this video short or whatever. So people, take care out there. Thanks for watching my video. Keep your mind protected and keep your heart shielded. And thank you, and you have a good day.